I'm Michael Kane here with Doug Graber, longtime NFL and Rutgers University head coach. Coach, we've said it all week long, but it just keeps getting better and better, and the midget division certainly did not disappoint.
Well, we had a great football game today. Tamiami, they advance. They go on now to play Ward 5, a defending champ, also a spectacular team. Tamiami's running game today was just devastating, and they have a bevy of great backs. But that offensive line, we haven't talked about them. I thought they had a big day today.
Well, Tamiami had a big day on both sides of the field. Of course, on field 17, our championship field. Let's get right to the highlights. See the team entering the field here. Very special moment, which we're going to be sure and highlight later today. But, Coach, this kickoff from Larry Gatlin, just a great way to start off the game for Tamiami.
Well, it was, and a horrible mistake by that West Elmwood there. They didn't cover the kick, and a very quick score. That was really the difference after the first half.
Well, they made him pay there. That was Andre Stringfield. One bright spot today for West Elm. You see to get the touch down there, but then for the rest of the game, it was just the Andre Stringfield show. Number 2 was just dynamic both on offense and on defense, Coach.
Yeah, you give him a crack, and he knows what to do. He's gone.
Well, late in the fourth quarter, West Elmwood trying to get anything done. And then, of course, who else? Superman, number 2, Andre Stringfield.
Yeah, it plays a cornerback on the defensive side of the ball and an interception, and here he goes again. This is really some interception return right here for touchdown.
Well, just too many athletes for for West Elm to deal with as Tamiami wins big, 38-8. With that, let's hear from Tamiami's head coach, Jason Rosenthal.
The head coach of the Tamiami Colts, Jason Rosenfeld, is with us after a 38-8 win by the Colts over West Elmwood. Congratulations on going to the national championship game, Jason. How's that sound?
It sounds great. Thank you.
Hey, Coach, talk to us about your 1-2 punch at running back. Those are some of the better ones you guys have had, and your offensive line, they just played their hearts out.
We had a long talk with them, like I mentioned at halftime. We made some adjustments, and they played a really good second half, and I'm proud of the O-line. That's where it starts. Yeah,
your O-line was outstanding, and when you take a look at individual performance, Andre Stringfield, including the 2 touchdowns he scored against Fort Myers in the quarterfinals, he's got 5 touchdowns in 2 games, 2 rushing touchdowns, and an electrifying 76-yard interception return in this game.
Special kid right there. On and off the field, always works hard, very humble. He knows he's got the talent, but he puts in the work like the rest of them because he's a leader.
That's a great combination to see. Coach, have you seen anything of Ward 5, another team that has a running attack and some speed?
We saw them last year. We lost to them last year, and we've been waiting to play them, but we had to go tell the kids to calm down step by step, and we're going to get back to work now. We have a couple days to prepare.
Jason, thanks for your time, and best of luck in the championship game coming up.
Thanks a lot. You have a great day.
Well, just a fantastic performance by Tamiami. Coach, look at the rushing yards, 194 to just 20 for West Elmwood.
Wow. I mean, that was just an absolute dominant performance. And the offensive line, I can't say enough about that group.
Well, just an unbelievable performance, both sides of the ball for Tamiami. Now, let me ask you this. In this next game, Ward 5, we saw them doing it on the run today, didn't they? I think they only had 20 pass yards, 30 pass yards maybe, 194 on the ground. Ward 5 is a whole different ball game, Coach. Is Tamiami going to have to air it out and pass the ball in order to win the Pop Warner Championship?
You know, I really don't see that happening. They are a running team. They are going to just keep pounding it and pound. Ward 5 is a running team. They're going to pound it and pound it. It's a classic matchup of 2 really, really good football teams. As Coach mentioned, they played each other last year. Tamiami came out on the short end. There will be a revenge factor. Tamiami also, of course, has some great motivation as they come into this tournament as well.
Well, Tamiami has a few tricks up their sleeve, ran the play action very well today, and I know you thought that was one of the keys to their win today.
I really did, and I thought it was a great call by Coach Rosenthal. This was the key score in the game that allowed them to take a 2-touchdown lead. They ran the ball down the field, and here's the outstanding play action pass call at the right time. I want you to take a look at the fake. Of course, this is Junius Phillips at quarterback, and Jelani Clark is the offset running back here. All right, let's take a look at the play. Take a look at the fake right here. And there is, you see number 8 to the left of your screen. He is sneaking into the flat. The whole defense has collapsed for the running game. He's wide open. Phillips is really, it's an easy throw, and that's an easy touchdown. That's the one that really, really broke the back of West Elmwood.
Well, Coach, you said easy touchdown. I don't think the touchdowns will come as easy against Ward 5, but we'll see. Whole nother ball game to play. Speaking of that, we had 2 games in our consolation bracket that were fantastic as well. First, over on field 16, the Cobras facing off against the Chargers. Picking it up in the first quarter, the Cobras' Shane Allingsworth looks to air it out, but how about the interception by Joseph Parrish, big number 49 for the Naperville Chargers. Then moving on to the second, the Chargers' Mark Gronkowski looking to get something going, number 7, but just awesome defense by the Cobras. It's number 42, Cooper Vanderhill. Still no score. Moving on to the third, the Cobras, just a horrible snap. Chargers' Jacob Summers recovers the ball, and he makes them pay. This is Colin Gillespie, just muscles it in for the touchdown, and won all it would take. Naperville wins last minute of the game as they go home victorious in the consolation, 8-0. In our other consolation game, the Wildcats versus the Firecats, and this one was all Firecats. They were on fire. This is Braylon Lux with the interception, and then they just started rolling. The Firecats' Keanu Young just shaking off tacklers. Number 7 says, "Get off me," in the end zone for the touchdown. Firecats up 6-0. And from there, the floodgates just open. We pick it up here in the second quarter. They're up 27-0. And Yayas Young gets the punt, and off the punt return, takes a little hesitation, follows his blockers, and number 3 is gone. With the touchdown, puts his team up 33-0 at this point, and there was no turning back for the Firecats. Could not be extinguished as they win big, 46-0. Our other semifinal, the Eagles facing off against defending champs Ward 5 Warriors. And Ward 5 was just a juggernaut today. Coach, this is Traquan Nelson with the handoff and the score.
We're talking about Ward 5 all day long today against Tamiami. Here's a good chance to get your scouting report on Ward 5. They're good on defense. Look at them chase this thing down. They're just a complete, oh my.
Are you kidding me? He caught him in the air, Coach. This is there anything these kids can't do? The defense was so good. The offense was so good. You see here another pick by Ward 5. They're already up 20-0 at this point. They're going to be tough to beat in the finals, Coach.
Well, and so is Tamiami, and that is going to make for one great football game. Really, wow, look at the arm. Just really athletic teams. They have everything. Defense, special teams, running backs, offensive line, both teams, outstanding.
Well, Ward 5 showing why they are defending champions as they win big 32-0 in our first semifinal. And then, of course, the game we saw, Tamiami 38, West Elmwood 8. That championship might be the game of the entire tournament. It'll be this Friday, December 11th at 3 p.m. right here at ESPN 3. Coach, I'm excited about this. I know you're excited about this. Come on, you've been hedging on me all week. Give me a pick on this game.
Well, I'm going to say Tamiami for one reason. This is a team that absolutely is on a mission, and I think that gives them an edge in this football game, and you just kind of got to pull for that. This is a tough situation there.
Tough situation for Tamiami. It's tough not to pull for them. We got a lot of great action and highlights still ahead, folks. Stay with us. When we come back, all the highlights from Division II Junior PB. We'll be right back.
The ESPN Wide World of Sports complex at the Walt Disney World Resort in Florida has emerged as the pinnacle of youth tournament travel, catering to the needs of the entire family. We offer a complete line of solution-oriented products and services to address the complex needs of teams on the road and the team parents who support them. To find out how to achieve vacation victory, visit ESPNWWOS.com. The peak of Expedition Everest can be seen from just about everywhere around Disney's Animal Kingdom theme park. It calls the brave to challenge high-altitude hairpin turns and puts you face to face with the snarling beast who guards the mountain, the legendary Yeti.
And welcome back to the Pop Warner Wrap Show, everyone. All of the Division II finals are set. Amazing day of coverage, and we have all the highlights for you right here. Hi, everybody. Mike Kane here with Coach Doug Graber. As I said, amazing day of action. Started off the day with our junior peewees. Let's get right to the highlights. First on field 17, the Indians facing the Warriors. All knotted up in the third quarter. Warriors looking to get something going, but how about the defense by the Indians, Coach?
Well, the safety was right there, Johnny, on the spot, right where he's supposed to be.
Well, in the third quarter, the Indians' Larry Jones on offense, the QB finds the quarter. Number 4 was running wild all day.
He really was, and this was a huge play in this game.
Well, Z.R. Jones-Voss strips the ball, just good fundamental defense, gets the ball back to the Indians, and 3 plays later, they'll make them pay.
Yeah, they really did, and Fort Osage at this point, boy, they really started playing some defense now. Right now in this series, that was right after the fumble, and they had a great defensive series, and that's when the momentum changed.
Well, the momentum changed indeed going into the fourth quarter, 14-6, and then the Indians, Javen Hall, little stutter step, and he's just fighting off tacklers up the middle, Coach.
Yeah, both these teams were undefeated coming in, but boy, Fort Osage just took it over in the third quarter.
Over in our consolation game, the Hawks facing off against the Cowboys in the second quarter. This is the Cowboys' Emmanuel Santiago. He's going to find Devin Marshall for the TD. Extra point good, hide up 19-0. Then in the fourth quarter, Cowboys doing it on defense, put it on the ground. Nothing going for the Hawks today, Coach. Then in the fourth quarter, the Cowboys' Devon Marshall, number 5, had a big day. Over on field 19, our other semifinal action, Saints facing off against the Blue Devils in the third quarter. This is the Saints' Braden Furtado. He's going to follow his blockers in for the score. They're up 22-6 after the extra point. In the third quarter, the Devils, this is Elijah Burnett, number 1. Look at him switch hands here. Good fundamental football. Number 2 is going to find the seam down the sideline for the score. In the fourth quarter, trying to get something going, Jeremiah Jones is going to put the ball on the turf at the goal line. Your final score, Iowa 22, Stanley 18. Our other semifinal action on field 18, the Sharks versus the Outlaws. And in the second quarter, this quarterback, Joseph Mishak, he's going deep to Tegan Hevelone. First of 2 TDs on the day. This one goes for 50. Big day for Tevelone, Coach.
Yeah, Fort Collins, for a junior peewee team, they throw the ball better than any junior peewee team I've ever seen.
Just a lot of passes today, but here you see the Sharks' Eli Bradley, number 10, takes the direct snap, gets in for the touchdown, 12-8 after that score. But then in the fourth quarter, it's Joseph Mishak again, and his good buddy Tegan Hevelone, second TD of the day. This one goes for 30, 14-12. And check out this one, Coach. Heartbreaking way to end. Thought they had another play. Spike the ball. Point of Vidra drops a heartbreaker. 14-12 to Fort Collins.
That's just a heartbreaking loss, But Fort Collins, that's a good football team. They're ready to move on.
Well, good win for Fort Collins. You see them victorious in our first semifinal. Second game that you saw right here on ESPN. Fort Osage Indians win big, 28-6 over Ward 5. Lots of great highlights and action still to come. We're going to take a real quick break. When we come back, all of the action from the Pee-wees. Stick around. We'll be right back.
Check out the wildest ride in the wilderness. Big Thunder Mountain Railroad at Magic Kingdom Park has you careening through steep mountain passes and in and out of darkened caves on a runaway train that seems to have a mind of its own. So hold on to your hats as you zip around the winding track right here at the Walt Disney World Resort. ESPN Wide World of Sports complex at Florida's beautiful Walt Disney World Resort is your amateur basketball destination. Offering multiple tournaments for athletes from Pee Wee to collegiate level, the complex also attracts NCAA coaches from top programs nationwide. To find out how your team can compete here, visit DisneyBasketball.com.
Welcome back to the Pop Warner Wrap Show, everybody. 59th annual Pop Warner Super Bowl. All of the Division II finals are set, and we have all the highlights and all the action for you right here. Michael Kane with Coach Doug Graber. Coach, let's get right to the highlights in the Pee Wee division. First, on Field 17, the game you saw here, the Cowboys versus the Brick City Lions. And, Coach, this one was all Brick City. First quarter, this is Zaire Abdus-Salam.
Well, Salam was amazing in this football game. Brick City was amazing. They are a dominant team in this division.
Well, so good on the running game. You saw Salam there in the second quarter, his good buddy, Jordan Campbell. Same play, same result, Coach.
Well, they have a bevy of running backs, and that was an extremely well-executed play. Great blocking up front. Salam threw the key block on that play.
Well, Brick City showing they can do it on offense. They can also do it on defense. Here you see Raheem Rainey, just no daylight for the quarterback as he gets dropped for the big loss. And then in the fourth quarter, Salam, he just wants to put the cherry on the Sunday. Second TD of the day for Salam.
Yeah, this is just a team that has athletes at every single position, their offensive line, defensive line. They have great running backs. We certainly saw that.
Well, so good today. They advanced 35-0. Over on the consolation side of the bracket, the Titans versus the Bruisers, and the Bruisers were tough. Here's Devin Brown. He's going to find Sebastian Tomerlin for big yardage. Wouldn't get in the end zone, but it didn't matter because the very next play, number 11, Benjamin Blakeman, he's going to punch it in for the touchdown. Bruisers up 22-0. Moving on to the third quarter, Jackson Carroll, he wants to get in on the action. Number 44 hammers it in for a touchdown. Bruisers win, and they win big, 36-8. Over in our other consolation, the War Dogs versus the Venom. And in the first quarter, up by 6, Colorado Springs' Daniel Paccio, he finds Caden Dudley. Great grab there by Dudley. Dudley had a big game today. Later that same drive, Amir Braxton, number 1, is he going to get the corner? You bet he is. Touchdown, War Dogs, 26-0. Then on to the second, the War Dogs doing it on D, dropping the quarterback for a big loss. Doing it on offense, defense, the War Dogs, they win big, 33-0. Our other semifinal game, the Red Hawks versus the Rangers, and Brian Smith was tough all day today, Coach.
Boy, Hoffman Estates out of Illinois, the Red Hawks were tough in this game.
Well, down to the third quarter, it was Smith again. He takes the pitch, and Coach number 2 is going to find himself the end zone.
Yeah, and the safety missed him on the inside-out angle, and, you just can't make a mistake against a back like that.
Well, the Red Hawks, they showed they could do it on defense, and as we've seen on offense, so many times they show they can do it on defense. It's Smith again this time. He's doing it on the D. Great closing speed here. It looks like the guy might go, but watch Smith come out of nowhere and put number 3 on the turf.
Well, that's just a lot of effort. It's a lot of want-to on his part. That was their big chance to get on the board, and Hoffman just not going to let him do it.
Well, Hoffman Estates, they win big 24-0 as they advance to the final. You see our 2 semifinal games. Hoffman Estates pitches the shutout as they advance 24-0, and then that buzzsaw from Brick City wins big 35-0. Those 2 juggernauts will meet Friday at 11 a.m. Coach, we got 2 high-powered offenses, great defenses. You got a pick?
No, because they're both dominant teams. Both of these teams have been dominant the entire tournament. Wow, this should be a great football game.
Well, 2 juggernauts. We'll see what happens on Friday. That's at 11 a.m. But stick around. We got more highlights, this time from the junior midgets. We'll be right back after this.
Champion Stadium at the ESPN Wide World of Sports complex has been the home of Atlanta Braves baseball since 1997. This preeminent multi-sport complex hosts athletes from over 70 countries in more than 60 sports, all in the halo of the #1 family vacation destination, Walt Disney World Resort. For more information on visiting the complex, visit ESPNWWOS.com. Hundreds of high school and college teams maximize their preseason training by heading to the ESPN Wide World of Sports complex at Walt Disney World for our annual Disney Lacrosse Spring Training, featuring clinics and combines with Casey Powell. Preparation and competition at the finest multi-sport facility in the world will help ensure your squad's success throughout the season. For more information, visit DisneyLacrosse.com.
Hey, and welcome back to ESPN's Wide World of Sports Complex. This is the Pop Warner Wrap Show, 59th edition of the Pop Warner Super Bowl, and we have all the highlights for you. Michael Kane here with Coach Doug Graber, and we are moving up to the junior midgets. Couple great games there today. Our first semifinal over on Field 16 was the St. Pete Silver Raiders facing off against the Deer Valley Crusaders. This was scoreless into the third, and Coach, the first 3 quarters was just a battle of defenses.
Absolutely great defense by both football teams. Both defenses really run to the football, really just sound in every respect. It was a great, great defensive game.
Well, just grinding it out on defense. You see the gang tackle there. Absolutely no offense this game. Another look there. That was until the fourth quarter. We said at halftime, the team that scores first, that might be enough. And in the fourth, the Raiders' Malik Ford, he's going to have a great grab here, gets his team down inside the 5-yard line. And then on the very next play, Bruce Jackson Jr., the keeper, he's going to punch it in. St. Pete, it only took them 1, but that's all they need, Coach. St. Pete wins to advance 6-0. Over in our consolation, the Panthers versus the Ravens. And in the first quarter, the Ravens up by 6. And then Miles Blabber-Brezent, are you kidding me, off his face mask, off the defender's elbow. Doesn't matter how you do it as long as you get there. Number 32 with the touchdown. On to the second. Ravens, number 22, this is Mylan Summers. Number 22, just cutting all over the field. Bam! Knocks the defender out of the way, says, I need a touchdown. Good stiff arm there at the end. He gets in, puts his team up 18-12. Moving on to the third quarter. Panthers have trouble with the snap, but gets it off. And the Ravens with the INT, and he's going all the way for a pick 6. Puts his team up, makes it a 2-possession ball game. And that'd be all they need. Greensboro wins, and they win big, 43-12. Other consolation bracket, Brick City facing off against Los Gatos. And in the third, Los Gatos, Armis Morris, he's going to sneak it in for the TD up the middle, all tied up at 20. Later in the third, BC's Elijah Mack. It's like a Mack truck out there, number 28, going in for the big run and the score. Moving on to the fourth quarter, Los Gatos, this is Joseph Charito. He's going to pitch it to Cameron Raynard, who throws it to Jackson Enard, number 30, after the extra point, 27-26. The game winner kick there. Remember, Pop Warner kicks are worth 2, puts them up by 1. One last shot for a win. Are you kidding me? Win is what they get. Brick City comes up big with the last-second victory in the consolation, 33-28. Moving over to our other semifinal, Coach, the War Dogs versus the Broncos. And in the third, the War Dogs already up 28-8.
Yeah, Colorado Springs was just really too tough for Lee Summit to handle today. This is a nice play by Lee Summit, but again, knocked out of bounds right there.
Well, a couple plays later, Micah Manning takes the handoff, punches it in for his second score of the game. Coach, this makes it a 2-possession game.
Yep, sure does. And the Colorado teams are having a great Pop Warner tournament this year.
Well, they're doing so well, but then you see the Warriors. This is David Moore, number 3. He's taking the handoff on the 5-yard line, and he is getting a lot of yards and his 4th touchdown of the game. Warriors up 34-14 at this point. Then in the fourth quarter, Lee Summit trying to get anything going, second chance to maybe come back in this game, but they put it up, and the defense is just too strong, and that would be all she wrote for the War Dogs as they will advance to the final, 34-14. Take a look at the bracket here for our final game. Will be played Friday, December 11th at 1:15. Coach, this is a good matchup. Colorado Springs, pretty high-powered offense. St. Pete, that unbelievable defense.
Yeah, St. Pete had an outstanding defensive game today. Colorado Springs is an offensive powerhouse. Classic matchup.
classic matchup, battle of just two juggernauts. It's going to be interesting to see again that kickoff 1:15 right here on ESPN 3. It's one I'm looking forward to, Coach. And I'll tell you what else I'm looking forward to. We have some top plays of the day that you guys, our fans at home, have been voting on all day. Well, right after the break, we're going to reveal our top 5 plays of the day when we welcome back Pop Warner's very own Josh Pruse. Stick around. We'll be right back.
When you run Disney, every mile is magic. Marathon and half marathon races through the Disney theme parks are waiting for you at Walt Disney World Resort in Florida and Disneyland Resort in California. Known for courses lined with Disney entertainment and the best finisher medalers around, Run Disney events are a must-do for veteran runners and newcomers alike. For more information, visit rundisney.com. Disney soccer tournaments sponsored by AS Roma provide athletes of all ages the opportunity to compete against athletes from across the U.S. and around the world. From 3-on-3 youth tournaments to elite showcase events with hundreds of college recruiters present, the ESPN Wide World of Sports soccer program offers something for everyone. To find out how you can play here, visit DisneySoccer.com.
Welcome back to the Pop Warner Wrap Show. All Pop Warner, all action, all day long, and we are recapping all of it right here, coming to you live from the studio at ESPN's Wide World of Sports Complex. Michael Kane here with Coach Doug Graber. Thrilled to welcome back Josh Pruse, Director of Media Relations for Pop Warner. Josh, as a media relations guy, you got to be thrilled because you have so much great stuff to report on. Unbelievable day for Pop Warner today.
Yeah, an exciting day. A bunch of different teams from a lot of different places moving forward. We got 2 teams from Colorado in the finals. That's a first ever for us. So again, we had some local teams. So really, some great stories. Really, another great day of football. I can't complain at all, and the weather was fantastic. So certainly better than sitting up in Philadelphia, like for a day in the office. I could say that.
Anything in particular stick out to you?
Again, as I say every day, and I think Coach mentioned it again. How athletic the kids are, the plays they make on a daily basis, and the smarts that come with it. Some of the plays we saw today were just acrobatic, things you'd see in college, the pros, if not sometimes better than what you see in college and the pros.
Well, Coach, talk to us about that. You've said all week, you've made that comment quite a bit, that these kids are doing things that some NFL coaches would love to see their teams do.
Oh, absolutely, and the technique and the fundamentals. I've been doing this a number of years, and as I just told Josh a second ago, they get better every year. And I think a lot of different reasons. The kids are watching things, football on TV, and a lot of people breaking the game down and everything else, but the coaches, we got to give these coaches a lot of credit.
Yeah, and I was going to say one thing is they're teaching great sportsmanship. We're handing balls off to referees. We're patting people on the back. There are winners and losers in the game, but they are all winners for getting here, and I think we've seen great sportsmanship the entire week.
That's a great point, Josh. Some things are certainly bigger than football, but still is about football and playing and winning the game, and we have seen some unbelievable plays. We've been asking you guys all week, vote for the top plays. We got Mr. Shipley here. He's looking for the Jordan Campbell TD as one of our top 5. All right, Mr. Shipley, I don't know if it's there. We'll see if it is, but let's get to our top 5. Here we go, our first top 5 play of the day at number 5. One of the neatest moments we've ever seen in Pop Warner. Josh?
Yeah, again, this was a real poignant moment for Tamiami. And again, they've got a very interesting story here and a heart-wrenching story. But you hope for those kids they can pull it out and win a Super Bowl here on Friday.
Well, you've seen them walking in the jersey of number 75. I don't think there was a dry eye in the stadium when that happened. And in number 4, Mr. Shipley, this is for you, Jordan Campbell.
See, Mr. Shipley, you get your wish. My tweet was on, your tweet's on, and here he goes. An absolutely fantastic run from Jordan Campbell, breaking a few tackles, hits that outside, and boom, speed kills there on the outside.
Well, one of the great things about Pop Warner, you speak, we listen. At number 3, the Pee Wee Colorado Springs War Dogs. This is Caden Dudley, just a big day for number 9, Coach.
Yeah, and again, a great spin move at the end, and I'm impressed with both teams from Colorado.
Well, this might have been since you guys won't go out on them, this has been my favorite play of the entire tournament. Marquise Roper, number 21, Odell Beckham. Are you kidding me?
necessarily like to see a catch. We'd had a lot of great runs today, but what an amazing one-handed grab that was.
Just a great grab by number 21. Big, strong hands there. And our number 1 play of the day, Miles Blabber-Brissett. Use his face mask a little bit there, Coach.
Yeah, and off the hand of the defender, and he gathers it in. And I'll tell you what, there's a lot of legs here. Look, long legs, and man, he can put them up and put them down.
You know, it takes a little bit of luck there, but, you know, can't beat the little bit of luck if you can turn it in with that kind of athletic talent at the end.
Well, a little bit of luck and a whole lot of athletic talent. But let's go back to our number 5 play real quick, guys. You know, obviously, we saw the Tamiami team walk in with the jersey of number 75, playing for a fallen teammate. Coach, how much of an effect is that going to have on this team in the final?
Well, it really puts this team on a mission, no question about that. And I'll tell you, they better be, because Ward 5 is waiting for them. And I think, to me, that's the best matchup of the finals up to this point.
Well, Josh, talk to us a little bit about that matchup. Ward 5, obviously defending champs, and they're coming up against a Tamiami team. I don't think they've seen a team that good this season.
No, I would guess they probably have not seen a team that good. Again, they know each other. There's certainly a revenge factor for Tamiami. There's other circumstances for Tamiami. But every time I say, you know what, Ward 5, I'm not sure it's your day, Ward 5 comes out and proves me wrong. So I got to say, Ward 5 in that game, I do like him. I know Coach went for Tamiami, so I think you finally got us to say 2 different teams for once.
I like it. It's taken me all week, but I've got it. Mark that down, folks. We got a lot of great games on Friday, but we got a lot of great games tomorrow. Here's a look at our schedule for tomorrow. We're going to do it all over again, this time in Division I. 8:30 a.m. obviously is our kickoff, and then we'll close it off again at 3:15. Josh, looking at this schedule of events for tomorrow, which game sticks out best to you?
Well, I'll tell you what, the Northwest Palmetto game should be a fantastic game to set it up to get to that game on ESPNU on Saturday. And I'll tell you what, Gwen Cherry, Deer Valley, Gwen Cherry's been very good, but those Arizona teams, extremely disciplined as we've seen, and could give Gwen Cherry fits if they slow that game down a little bit.
Well, Coach, a lot of teams like Josh said, Gwen Cherry, Deer Valley, teams we see year after year. Which game sticks out to you the most on tomorrow's
Without
schedule?
question, Hawaii. Hawaii, getting this far in the tournament, all the distance, all the time zones, all the issues they face with. My hat's off to Hawaii. I'm kind of pulling for them.
Coach, you sure you're just not asking for an invite from the team to go back and get on the beach for a while?
No.
Well, I'll tell you what, folks, we've had a lot of fun here all week, and we're laughing and joking, but we would be remiss if we didn't take a step back and reflect. We've heard Coach talk about good coaching all week, and reflect on a coach here at ESPN and really across the nation that has affected all of us so much. And I'm, of course, talking about Coach Jim Valvano and the Jimmy V Foundation for Cancer Research. Just an amazing stat, guys. The Jimmy V Foundation, since its inception in 1993, has awarded more than $150 million in grants for cancer research. 100% of all the cash that's donated goes directly to cancer research. If you are able, if you can, please donate. Log on to www.jimmyv.org or call 1-800-JIMMY-V, and please donate and help us put it into this horrible, horrible disease. Well, guys, long day today. We got another great day tomorrow. Josh, final thoughts on today as we go into our Division I final or semifinals tomorrow.
Excited to see another day. I'm hoping that the play tomorrow is as solid across the board, and I think it will be.
Coach?
I feel the same way. It's been a great day of football. A lot of defense today. Defense. I love to see that. Hope to see some tomorrow.
What these two smart guys said. With that, we're going to close. Thanks for sticking with us all day, folks. We're going to do it all again tomorrow. Tune in 8:30 right here, ESPN's Wide World of Sports Complex for continued Pop Warner Super Bowl coverage.